Today we will start with noise pollution. That is the very much effective pollution we all know, because the noise is the thing which can irritate us a lot. So first we should know what is noise pollution. So it can be generally defined as the regular exposure to elevated sound levels that may lead to the adverse effect in human or the any kind of living organisms. According to the WHO, the sound level should not exceed 70 decibel, and they are not damaging to the living organisms. So the sound limit that is lesser than 70 decibel, they will not damage any kind of organism. So regarding this, and but if you work 8 hours daily in a close busy road or highway, you are likely to be exposed in the polluting rate and in the pollution around 85 decibel. So this kind of sound pollution or the noise pollution, this is the very much seriously we can be affected by the sound pollution in a serious way. So there are types of sound pollution, there are types of noise pollution. So what are the types we can see? So here we may see the several types of noise pollutions are there. That is the street or the traffic sounds from cars, buses, pedestrians, ambulances. We can see in the slide there is so much huge and so kind of thing that several cars, and they are standing there horning their horn. So this kind of things, they will affect the pollution. Also drilling sound, like in the slide we can see the picture of drilling. They are having heavy machinery in kind of construction operations. So these kind of operations will also may irritate the polluting rate. And airports with constant elevated sounds of the air traffic, that is landing or taking off the flights, they are also having a several bad effect of sound pollution. So sound pollution, this is the main thing which should not be there, that human or any kind of organism will be exposed inside the sound pollution, because it can seriously damage many in many ways. So workplace sounds, they are most common in the open space offices, and constant loud musics, these are also very much irritating than constant loud musics. Or any kind of industrial sounds, that is fan, generators, compressor, mills. Train sounds are also there. Train sounds, that we all know, there are some sounds which cannot be lowered in our way, because it cannot be lowered. So these kind of things, they are seriously very much irritating. We are also having some construction things like this which will affect the sound as well. So these are the main things which is irritating human being and also the organisms. Train sounds are also like there, we can see in the slide. Some household sounds are also there. If we are enjoying TV, but it is in a very loud sound, it is also creating the noise pollution. So beware of noise pollution, because it is creating a loud sound and it may create the noise pollution. For computer, vacuum cleaners, fans, coolers, washing machines, dishwashers and all, we are cutting grasses, this will also create some noise pollution. So beware of the household sounds. You cannot elevate the level of sounds. And also we are having several events. We are going for the fireworks, firecrackers and loudspeakers, Diwali and all. Several things are there, several social events are there. So there should not be the firecrackers without sounds can be enjoyed, but with sound it will be elevated level in noise, and it will create some noise pollution. So these kind of noise pollutions are there inside our society. So there are several impacts of noise pollution, that is so much disheartening, the impacts of the noise pollution. There are impacts like annoyance. It creates the annoyance. We will be annoyed, we will be very much terrified, traumatized, we can be very much irritated if the noise is there. Some physiological effects are there, like breathing problem, blood pressure can be high, and heartbeat rate can be increased, pulse rate can be increased, and also blood cholesterol also can affected. So loss of hearing is also there. Long exposure of high sounds, it will create some hearing problem. You may have a smaller hearing problem, but you may have other serious one also. So this is the mostly unnoticed, because we are having 2 ears and we do not notice that if we are having the same hearing potency in the both of our ears, but it may also increase the elevating level of loss of hearing. So this is mostly unnoticed thing. And also human performance, the working performance of the worker will be affected because the concentration will be lost if we are having the sound pollution. Nervous system, it also can cause pain, ringing in the ears, feeling the tiredness, thereby affecting the functioning of the human nervous system. We may have also insomnia, that is sleeplessness. We can't sleep in a way. It will affect the sleeping ability. It may damage the structures. It will damage the several structures if we are having ultrasonic sound, infrasonic sound, or the sound waves. It may break the glasses of the construction at all. In child development also, it is a very important cause that in child development, this is more sensitive to noise pollution. So the number of noise pollution that is related diseases and dysfunctions are known to affect children, from hearing impairment, psychological problems, and physical affairs. So children who regularly use music players at high volume, they are at a risk of developing hearing dysfunction. So you people be aware of this. If you are listening to a music, don't raise the volume in very much high volume. It will affect your hearing ability, it will affect the growth of yourself. In 2001, it was estimated that 12.5% of American children between 6 to 19 years had the impaired hearing, that is, they are not hearing the way they should. And also there are some effect in wildlife and the marine life. The oceans, we are having oceans, we are having ships are there, thousands of oil drills are there, seismic survey devices are there, coastal recreational watercrafts are there. So these kind of things are not only polluting the water, they are also having some noise pollution, and this is serious cause of noise pollution of marine life, which will affect the all the animals inside the marine, as well whales and dolphins. They are having some specific kind of feeding habits, they are having some specific kind of reproductive patterns and migration routes. So they can even cause, they can be die also, they can be died with hemorrhage or the several things of their physiological problem. Other than the marine life, there should not be any noise pollution in wildlife also, because they will, this kind of noise will disturb their personal life, and they will also they will feel disturbed, and the ecological balance may lost, because they are also having some specific kind of habitats, like they are also having some feeding habits, they are having some several specific reproductive patterns and all. So they can migrate from one place to another place for the mating and all. And also social and economic cost is there. If one person who can have the impaired hearing ability for the noise pollution, and he is the only earning member of the family, so it may also affect the economical cost of the noise pollution. So there are some tips of the noise pollution. So there are tips for the noise pollution. What should we do? We may wear the earplugs whenever exposed to the elevated noise level. We at least can have the efficiency that we can maintain a level of around 35 decibel in our bedroom at night, and around 40 decibel in during the day. So if possible, we can choose our residential area which is far from the road, busy roads, and to avoid the heavy traffic noise pollution. So we can avoid the prolonged use of headphones or the earphones or the earplugs like this. They will have the elevated sound in a very high way, and this will also affect the physiological balance. So if possible, we may avoid the jobs with regular exposure to elevated sound level. But there are some jobs, like if we are having in an industrial area, we are having jobs there. So there the machineries are there, they will always it cannot be done that the machineries will be stopped for the noise pollution, so it should be run way. So in this case we can use the ear plugs, which may at least decrease the level of sound. So these are the things we should think about it. Now this is the references of mine, and thank you for listening to my lecture. We will meet again in the next class.